Welcome, Tailgate Legends. Here we go. We are at week 12 already. Two more weeks left in the regular season. Um, then we got the playoffs, man. Hopefully, we got the playoffs. Sounds like some Ravens players tested positive. So this is like danger time because we're almost out of our buys. So we always had the buys to kind of lean on. The NFL did anyway. Um, if we had to postpone a game, well, we can just move some bye weeks around, whatever. We're running out of buys. So I think we were actually out of buys except for the Buccaneers and the Panthers. There are no buys this week. Um, yeah, and then we just have two left next week, which is weird. But here we go. So for today's video, again, just going to go through last week's matchups. Going to go through some standings. Going to kind of go over the victory points format. I know we've talked about it a lot. And then going to go over next week's matchups, man. It's been a fun year, and the divisions are close. Like everything is so close right now. These next 2 weeks are going to be so crucial. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so the first matchup we're going to go with is Shit the Bed Fred against Sam and Co. Sam and Co. end up with a win, 110 to 109. Man, Prusky needed a win. If Prusky would have won, it would have brought him to 6-5. It would have taken him to 6-5 and tied with Pump and Munch for the playoffs. And I don't know how the tiebreakers are. I can't remember if Pump and Munch beat Greaser or beat Shit the Bed Fred before, but man, possibly putting Prusky into the playoffs for now. But didn't happen. 1 point away. You take a look at Joe Burrow getting hurt. Man, that is brutal. It sounds like he's going to miss the rest of this year and possibly next year, too. So that sucks. But, he had Mike Williams on the bench. Fucking Juju with 1.9. Ugh. Jerry Jeudy with 4. And he's got Mike Williams on the bench with 17. Damn. Um, on the other side, I mean, Lamar Jackson killed it. Darren Waller killed it. Had Melvin Gordon on the bench. He had a fumble lot. He almost had 3 fucking touchdowns in that game. So, yeah. So Sam and Co gets the win, 5-6 now. Next, we have the Adams family against Fresh Prince of Elair. Boggs putting up high score of the week, 157 to 125. Again, I don't think there was anything Lemke could have done here. But Boggs had Taysom Hill, not in his tight end spot, in his quarterback spot. My fantasy league did not have him eligible at tight end, but put up 31 for him. Elair with 25, Antonio Gibson with 22, AJ Brown with 16, Cooks 13, Thomas 14, Blankenship 15. So really, really solid week. And even Lemke, he put up 125 again. I say it all the time. If you put up over 125, you are going to win a majority of your game. You're not going to win all of them, but you'll win 6 or 7 out of 10. Wasn't in the cards this time. The only thing he could have done really different is put Jared Goff in for Big Ben. That would only, put him to 134 though. So he had no chance here. Okay, and next we have Pump and Munch against Evan Shearer, and Evan does come away with a win, 145 to 100. And Yach's teams, it's still good, but man, when the Packers played the Colts, and I know Rodgers put up 30, Aaron Jones put up 17. His team doesn't look as good though. Kenyon Drake got him 17, which I'm really surprised he got him 17. DK only got him 12. Curtis Samuel got him 17. Willie Snead with 3. Hayden Hurst and Matt Prater both with goose eggs, though. So, yeah, didn't stand a chance here. I mean, you have Evan, his quarterback got him 7. We have seen a lot of high scores with not very good quarterback play, which is surprising to see. Because normally, if you're in the top 1 or 2 or 3, you had a really, really good day from your quarterback. Not today. Dalvin Cook got him 30. Jamal Williams, 11. Calvin Ridley with 14. Adam Thielen with 32. Travis Kelce with 25. And Sanders with 10. So Evan with another really good day. Next, we have Mr. Fist against Burns. Mr. Fist comes away with the win, 119 to 87. Mahomes with 26. Kamara with 14 and a half. James Robinson with 14 and a half. Chase Claypool with 15. Saints D with 22. Put up 120. 119. It's a respectable number. Burns, man, 37 from Herbert. But Duke Johnson sucks. Adrian Peterson sucks. Latavius Murray, yeah, he got you 11 and a half. Devontae Parker was 17, but David Moore with a half a point. So, as usual, he knows he got some work to do here. Gar with a huge win. I think that pretty much solidifies his spot in the playoffs. Maybe not officially, but I think he's good to go. Okay, and next we have the Greasers against Cheeseheads with Attitude. I was really hoping Landon would pull this off for a number of reasons. It would have put Landon at 5-6 in the playoff hunt, and then it would have knocked Greasers back to 4-6 ish. Yeah, I can't do math right now. So Russell Wilson had a good day. Keenan Allen had a good day. Deontay Johnson had 12 catches for 111 yards. Got him 15 points. But you don't get first downs, you don't get touchdowns, you don't get as many points. On the flip side, Greasers came back from that 46-point outing. PJ Walker with 14. Selvin Ahmed with 11, Connor with 15, Tyreek Hill with 23, Browns defense with 26, huge for them. So, good showing. Robert Woods with 24 on his bench, but he still got the win. So, and then me against Ricky 2000, we were the 2 of the top 4 scorers in the league. I came away with the win, 150 to 139. Really, really, really good game. After the 3 o'clock games, I mean, we were within 1 point of each other. I had Zeke. No, I didn't have Zeke. Who did I have? I had, I think I did. No, I had Zeke for the 3 o'clock games. I don't know. I can't remember. But, Ricky 2000 had Josh Jacobs. I had Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Justin Jefferson and Zeke. Yeah. And he had Josh Jacobs. But it was a really close game. Deshaun Watson with 40. Jacobs with 16. Will Fuller with 12. DJ Moore with 22. Kicker and tight end with 13 apiece. So really good showing. Kyler had a bust game. Only 24 points from him. Gio with 8.5. Zeke with 25. Justin Jefferson 17. Mark Andrews finally came up with a big game with 20. Steelers defense saved my ass at 22. Man, I was struggling though, trying to figure out who the fuck I was gonna start. I was like, I have Cooper Kupp on my bench, so I'm like, do I start Cooper Kupp? Do I start Gio? Do I start? On Thursday, I was wondering if I should start Chase Edmonds, but I eventually decided against it. But then I was like, do I start Naheem Hines? Do I start Jonathan Taylor? I did not know what to do. I went with Gio and Zeke, D Hop, Justin Jefferson, and Terry McLaurin. Um, Good enough to get me the win. Obviously, I would have liked to start Jonathan Taylor over Giovanni Bernard, or Cooper Kupp over Giovanni Bernard. Both looked much better, but that's okay. I came away with the win. Um, so, yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the standings today because we are very, very close to the playoffs. So, um, in the other division, we have Evan at 8-3, Adam's family at 7-4. So Evan has clinched a playoff spot for sure. Adam's family at 7-4. I think he has clinched his playoff spot because he beat Sam and Co. And his division record is better, and he has more points. Ricky 2000 is at 5-6. Sam and Co is also at 5-6, and Cheeseheads with Attitude is at 4-7. Now there's 2 games left, so all 3 of these teams are vying for. They're going for one playoff spot, one spot for 3 teams, and they're all very much in it. So it's really exciting. I can't wait to see what happens the next couple weeks. And then you have Burns at 2-9. He's already out, so mathematically eliminated. And then in our division, the beer pong division, I'm at 8-3. Gar is at 7-4. I believe both of us have clinched now because of division record. Well, maybe not. Maybe not Gar officially, but he's got a 2-game lead with 2 games to go. He would have to lose to Greasers, and or Prusky would have to win to, and the points would have to line up with the head-to-head record. So I think he should be okay. And then we have Pump and Munch at 6-5. He has a 1-game lead with 2 games to go over Greasers and Shit the Bread Fred. And now we have Boggs at 4-7. He's on a 3-game winning streak. He's only 2 games behind Pump and Munch. I don't think it's possible. I don't know if it's possible that he gets in because his division record sucks and his points for sucks. But I'm not going to rule it out because I haven't done that much research on it. But I'm going to assume every single team in our division is still in it. So everything is really close. I think me and Evan have officially clinched playoff spots. There no ifs, ands, or buts. So we'll see what happens. Now, I want to go over victory points. I have gone through and I've added up how many points everybody would have right now if we did victory points with the same divisions. So, the 6 in the other division, our 6. I'm just going to kind of sort it out with the divisions. I know we never really talked about how that would go, if it would just be 1 division or 2 divisions still. I don't know. But so for those of you who don't know the victory points format, all it means is you're still going head-to-head with somebody. So you get 2 points for a head-to-head victory. And then you get 1 point for being in the top 6 points for that week. So let's just say I'm playing Evan. Let's just say Evan beats me. So he beats me. He gets 2 points for that. I get 0. I don't get anything for not getting a win, obviously. And then he is in the top 6 scoring, and I'm also in the top 6 scoring. He gets another point, so he would have 3 total points. I would get 1 point total just for being in the top 6 scoring. So I tallied everything up, and this is the way it would work. It would look. The other division, the boards division, you have from top to bottom, you would have Evan. He would have 16 points right now from wins, and he would have 7 points from high score. So basically, they're out of the 10 weeks that we played, he has been in the top 6 7 times, giving him a total of 23 points. He would lead the other division. Next, we have Lemke. Lemke would have 14 points from wins, and he would also have 7 points from high score, giving him a total of 21 points. So you'd have Evan with 23, Lemke with 21. Next, we'd have Roofer. Roofer would have 10 points from wins, and he would have 8 points and 8 points for top score. For being in the top 6, giving him a total of 18 points. So you'd have in the playoffs right now, this is how it would look there. Evan with 23 points, Lemke with 21 points, Roofer with 18 points. Then we go to Sam. They would have 10 points from wins, which is great, but they'd only have 5 points from weekly high score because they've only been in the top 6 5 times this year, compared to Roofers 8 times. So even though they're tied, right? They have a tie record. Yeah. So even though they have a tie record, Roofer would actually have a 3-point lead on him because he has been in the top 6 score 3 more times. Then, so that gives Sam a total of 15. Landon would have 8 points from wins, 4 points from weekly high score, giving him a total of 12. And then last, Burns would have 4 points from wins, and then 1 point from high score. He's only been in the top 6 one week, so giving him a total of 5. So you'd have Evan at 23, Lemke at 21, Roofer at 18, Sam at 15, Landon at 12, Burns at 5. Next, we have our division. First would be me. I would have 10 points from wins, 16 points from wins, and then 10 points from weekly high score. I have been in the weekly high score 10 out of the fucking 11 weeks, giving me a total of 26 points. Next would be Yacht, not Gar. It would be Yacht. Yacht would have 12 points from wins, but he would have 8 points from weekly high score. Yacht has been in the top 6 score 8 times, 8 out of the 11 weeks, which is tied for the second most in the league, which is fucking crazy. Then you would have Gar, 14 points from wins. So Yacht would have 12 points from wins. Gar would have 14 points from wins because Gar has one more win. But Gar has only been in the top 6 weekly high score 4 times. So he would only have 18 points. So Yacht would be beating Gar. So it would be me at 26, Yacht at 20, Gar at 18 points, which is crazy. I can't believe that Gar's only been in the top 6 4 out of the 11 weeks. It's crazy. I did it twice. I double checked. Then you would have Prusky. Prusky would have 10 points from wins and 5 points from weekly high score. He's been in the top 6 5 times, giving him a total of 15 points. So you'd have me at 26, Yacht at 20, Gar at 18, and Prusky at 15. So really all you would have to do is get 1 win and 1 top 6 score, with Gar losing and a bottom 6 score, and all of a sudden he's tied. Which is crazy that Prusky has more top 6 finishes for weekly high score than Gar does. But that's the way it works. And then you would have Boggs. He would have 8 points from wins, but he would only have 3 points from weekly high score, giving him a total of 11. Recap one more time. Me at 26, Yacht at 20, Gar at 18, Prusky 15, Lemish 14. Oh, I didn't go to Lemish, sorry. Lemish would have 10 points from wins and 4 points from weekly high score. Lemish and Whitey, they have just as many top 6 finishes as Gar does. Again, it blows my mind. And then, like I said, Boggs would be at 11. So me at 26, Yacht at 20, Gar at 18, Prusky at 15, Lemish, the Mikes at 14, and Boggs at 11. So it's not that much different, but it's a little bit different. And it kind of sheds some light on like just how strong some of these teams are. I think Gar points for, hang on one second. Yeah, so points for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Gar is exactly middle of the road, almost exactly middle of the road. He's sixth in points for, um, but he is, crap. But for points against, he's like one of the he has the least amount of points against him as well. So as I'm kind of going through this, I'm like, damn, like Prusky would for sure he'd be right there. I mean, he's got a shot right now, but Prusky would be beating the Mikes. Um, Yacht would be beating Mr. Fist. Mr. Fist would be only a few points ahead of Prusky if we went to that format. So I just kind of wanted to shed some light on how it would work, where we would kind of be at with a couple weeks left to go. And again, that's with the same division, so take it how you want. Okay, so let's go to next week. Huge games. Huge. Okay, let's start with Ricky 2000 against the Greasers. Both of these teams are trying to make a playoff push. Right now, Roofer's in the playoffs. Greasers is not. It's gonna be a great game. I'm looking at the matchup. Um, Roofer has a decided victory at quarterback. Deshaun Watson or Josh Allen, take your pick, will beat any of the quarterbacks that the Mikes have. Right now, they have Daniel Jones in, which is, it's might be their best bet. Stafford sucks. PJ Walker looked okay, I guess. Carson Wentz is fucking awful. Um, then Roofer, going to kind of go through his whole lineup. Josh Jacobs, Will Fuller, Julio, Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, Hunter Henry, with Gus Edwards on the bench. But you got to think he's starting Gus Edwards because, like, J.K. Dobbins has COVID. Mark Ingram has COVID. This is almost best case scenario for Roofer right now. So you better get Gus Edwards in before Thursday, man, because they're on Thanksgiving. So that's a pretty good lineup. I mean, you got to think you're going to take out, I don't know, obviously Julio if he doesn't play, but then DJ Moore. No, Christian Kirk. I'd probably take out Christian Kirk. Then on the other side, we have Salvin Ahmed, James Conner. Well, Ahmed will get taken out probably for Gurley. Yeah. But then you have James Conner, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, Robert Woods, Jared Cook. I don't love Jared Cook. Robert Woods looked really good this week, but again, you never know what you're going to get out of Robert Woods. He's so up and down. Tyreek Hill is a monster, so you know you're going to get out of him. Antonio Brown, I don't know. I feel like all of these receivers in that offense are like, I don't know. I'm gonna have 4 or 5 catches for 30 or 40 yards, maybe a touchdown. I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna take Roofer in this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if Greasers won. So on to the next. Landon against Mr. Fist. We have Mahomes against Russell Wilson. That could be close. J.D. McKissick against Wayne Gallman. That could be close. Keenan Allen against Alvin Kamara. That could be close. James Robinson against Deontay Johnson. That could be close. Jarvis Landry against DJ Chark. I actually like Chark in that one. Jacoby Myers against Marvin Jones. I think I'm going to go Marvin Jones there, but Jacoby Myers doesn't look that bad. And then Logan Thomas against Robert Tonyan. Damn, this is a good matchup. Man, Landon, you got a decent team. I am going to go Gar here. He has more players with more upside, I think. But, man, Landon could win this. This could be a really, really close game. We'll see. I'm going to go Gar, though. Next, we have Burns against Pump and Munch. I feel like Burns kind of throwing in the towel, so I'm going to take Pump and Munch. You got Rodgers against Herbert. That could be close. I'm actually going to take Herbert there. Kenyon Drake against Duke Johnson. I'm taking Drake. Jones against Latavius Murray. I'm taking Jones. DK Metcalf against Adrian Peterson. taking DK Metcalf. Curtis Samuel against David Moore, taking Samuel. Willie Snead against Devontae Parker, I'm taking Parker. Hayden Hurst against Gronk, that could be close, but I'm taking Pump and Munch there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, next we have Evan Schur against Fresh Prince of Elair. We have Taysom Hill against Matt Ryan. I don't know, man. If Julio Jones plays, I'm taking Matt Ryan. If Julio Jones doesn't play, taking Taysom Hill. Clyde Edwards-Helaire against Dalvin Cook, taking Dalvin. Gibson against Williams. I don't know who the Redskins play. Who do they play? They play... Ooh, the Cowboys. I'm taking Gibson there. Tyler Boyd against A.J. Brown, taking A.J. Brown by a mile. Calvin Ridley against Cooks, I'm taking Ridley. Thielen against Michael Thomas. Thielen might not play, in which case you got to put in Colt Beasley. You've been doing Colt Beasley, so I assume Colt Beasley. In which case I'm taking Michael Thomas. And then Kelsey against Akins, I'm taking Kelsey. I am going to take Evan in this one, but man, Boggs' team looks good. I did pick him to get the number 1 overall pick. His team's coming around. But yeah, I'm taking Evan in this specific one. Next, we have the Adams family against Prusky. Adams family is going for the first overall seed, number 1 seed. Shit the bed Fred is going for a playoff spot. Joe Burrow got hurt. That sucks. From what I'm hearing, sounds like he's going to miss not only this year, but fucking next year too. That sucks. So we're probably looking at Kirk Cousins against Big Ben. I'm going to take Big Ben there, especially if Thielen doesn't play. Derrick Henry against Nick Chubb. I'm probably taking Henry. Miles Sanders against McCaffrey. McCaffrey's not playing, so it's going to be Mike Davis. And I am going to take Mike Davis there. Godwin against Adams. Taking Adams. Jerry Jeudy against Mike Evans. Taking Mike Evans. Juju against Tyler Lockett. Probably taking Lockett, but Juju could beat him out. And then Eric Ebron against Austin Hooper. That's probably close to a wash. Taking Adams' family here. He has a decided advantage in the receiver department. And Prusky doesn't have that big of an advantage in the running back department. And Lemke has a much better quarterback. So, yeah. Taking Lemke here. Then, last but not least, me against Sam & Co. Here we go. I've talked a lot of shit. See, I'll tell you the one biggest reason I hate doing videos is because I feel like I have to trash talk at least a little bit to make them mildly entertaining. However, I feel like karma comes back on me and just fucking whoops my ass. I haven't beat Weiler. I can't remember the last, because they beat me. Remember, I only had one fucking loss in the regular season last year, and it was to fucking Weiler and Sam and Brady. They had a good team though. But I've talked a lot of trash about the trade, the Patrick Mahomes fucking trade. But here we go. We got Kyler against Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson does not have J.K. Dobbins, and he does not have Mark Ingram, and he's playing the Steelers defense. However, Kyler's playing the Patriots, and the Patriots are always good at defending quarterbacks, but I'm still going to take Kyler in a slight advantage there. Then we have Zeke against Damian Harris. That could be close because Sony Michel is coming back. However, the Cardinals are fucking terrible at stopping the run. And we'll see what happens with the Cowboys. They're going up against the Redskins, and the Redskins have a really good run defense, so we'll see. Then we got D-Hop against Darrell Henderson. I'm taking D-Hop there. Justin Jefferson against Kareem Hunt. That could be pretty close. If Thielen doesn't play, I don't know. I feel like Justin Jefferson could tear that shit up. But we'll see. And then Cooper Kupp against Robbie Anderson. I don't know if I'm playing Cooper Kupp. I'm definitely playing Terry McLaurin against the fucking Cowboys secondary for sure. So I really like Terry McLaurin in that matchup. If they got Michael Pittman in, I might play Jonathan Taylor. Oh, it's gonna fucking drive me crazy. Because you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna play fucking Jonathan Taylor. And as I'm doing my lineup last week, I literally was telling myself, Naheem Hines. I was really debating between Hines, Giovanni Bernard, and Cooper Kupp. I didn't want to go Cooper Kupp because the Tampa Bay secondary is pretty good. Probably should have played him though. I didn't want to go Hines because I don't know about that backfield. So I went Gio because I'm like, you know what? He's got a safe floor. He's gonna get. I know he's going to get work. But as I'm making the decision, I'm like, it doesn't even fucking matter because I literally thought to myself, it doesn't matter because Corey Davis and Jonathan Taylor are going to be the ones I fucking blow up on my bench. So it doesn't even matter. And that's exactly what happened. I'm watching fucking Corey Davis and he just catch. Oh, you just want to have 8 catches for 113 yards. Oh, perfect. Where's that been for the last fucking 3 years? So we'll see. I don't know if I'm playing JT, Cooper Kupp. I don't know what I'm doing with my lineup yet, but it'll be something around here. Either way, I'm taking me. I'm confident, which means I am going to lose. They got Darren Waller. Fucking, I love Darren Waller. Is he worth Patrick Mahomes? I don't know, but I love Darren Waller. Mark Andrews, he's pretty up and down, so we'll see. But they have the Colts defense too. Fuck. But I got Steelers. I got Steelers against the Ravens though, so we'll see. All right, well that's it. That's what I got. Good luck this week, everybody. Except for you, Sam, and except for Greasers and Shit the Bed Fred. Good luck, everybody else. And I will talk to you next week. Stay healthy.